Hello, my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really, really well. And today's message is messages from the heart, something very beautiful and sweet, almost like a whisper that wants to come through. So I've got 3 piles for you to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see your reading. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what messages that your heart wants to give you. What messages are there? Wow, throat chakra, and it's reversed. So the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Okay, and let's have a look at your other cards. We've got Midheaven, Archangel Sarakel, Regeneration, and Potion. Remember to practice self-love. Okay. Are you communicating to yourself, pile 1? Are you talking to yourself? Are you allowing yourself to hear the messages of what your heart wants to say to you? Are you taking that time? There's a beautiful, if you're on Instagram, check out a guy called Soul Called Joel. And he does these amazing heart meditations. Like, he literally just gets you to just be with him and kind of put your hand on your hand on your heart and just tune in with the frequency of your heart so that you can connect to your heart. And the main thing about the throat chakra is that you're able to communicate your truth, which resides in your heart. And with it being reversed, there isn't that opportunity to do that. With Midheaven being here, there's something about your divine purpose that is really important for you to do that. And I'm also getting that from this regeneration card, like the image of that as well, with the snakes going upwards and also these eyes. So there seems like there's something about you being able to not only take care of yourself and not only be really, well, there's a sense of you listening to yourself. You have to listen to yourself, I think, a little bit more. Listen to what your body needs, what your heart needs, what you need. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. 4 of Cups reversed, Sun reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed, 2 4s, and then we have an Ace of Coins. Okay, so we've got 2 aces and 2 4s. 78 cards here, and you get 2. It's interesting when that happens, you know, out of 5. So as I take a sip of my tea before I spill it all, like, so sorry. There is this kind of sense of really understanding that you need to take further action. That's how I feel. It's almost like you know that there is work to be done, that you know that you've been maybe neglecting yourself, maybe not doing what you're supposed to be doing, maybe not listening to yourself. Maybe there's been a little niggling issue that you haven't really been paying attention to, and that you say, for example, it could be that you just feel like super tired, and you're like, oh yeah, I know, I feel really, really tired, and I need to maybe go to bed a little bit earlier so that I can just kind of catch up with myself. And with the sun being here reversed, it kind of tells me that you're okay. Things are kind of ticking along, they're happening. But it could be even more so. It's just like there's this not being clear and communicative. And because we've got the throat chakra and also the Ace of Swords reversed, it tells me that there's some kind of I don't know if it's a block. I think it's a denial. I think it's something where you're saying that, like, I don't need to talk about this. Because it's your heart that's speaking to you, right? So feeling from the heart wants to communicate. It's just open. It is just there. It's just doing its thing. It is communicating with compassionate love. And it would be, the ego that would be stopping that and saying, no, I've actually got other things to do. I've actually got more important things to do, rather than communicate what it is that my heart is saying. Or I don't have time really to listen to what my heart is saying. There just seems, and I mean, this was reversed. I don't read the others reversed apart from the tarot, but this was reversed. So that says to me that there's something that is not, there's a miscommunication between the heart and the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is communicating yourself to others and outside. It may also be that if there is something to do with your career, that this will be the kind of opportunity for you to break through. But the fact that we've got to break through is in say you've had something going on at work, and you've been trying to kind of get it through, maybe get a project approved, maybe get something for you to get access to somewhere or something like that, or you kind of move up a level. It's just not quite, it's getting there. You can see yourself taking the steps to get there, but it could be a lot faster. And it's really interesting because this is like a free falling person, somebody who's falling and kind of diving down, and these birds here are diving down with intention. So what that says to me is that, if you were to allow yourself to fall and just go with the energy of gravity and just kind of go into that space rather than go against it, it's almost like flying against the wind or the current, And I mean, you do have intentionality here with these birds, and it does seem like you could definitely do it because it is the power of the sun. But it's difficult. It's almost like swimming upstream when really you could just let yourself flow with the stream. There are times, obviously, where you have to flow upstream, where you have to go upstream and you have to pedal harder or work harder. But this time, it just seems that there's something that I don't know, I feel like it's a pushing away. I feel like there's a denial, I feel here, particularly with these two. And the Ace of Swords is something that I don't, the communication is not there. So because we're talking about the heart, it seems to me like the connection between the throat chakra, your communication to others and those around you, and also for the sense of your purpose, which is resonant with the Midheaven card here, it's been severed. There's something that's been severed. So, and I don't think it's major, because I just think it's to do with what you're doing now. I don't know if you've got an issue with you taking a rest. You may think, I don't have time to take a rest. I don't have time to do these things. That might be an issue as well. And I usually resonate with pile 1. And I can resonate with that factor of, oh, I should be doing 1,000,001 things. And then it gets pretty overwhelming. Yeah, your heart. This is a message also, because Sarah Keller's hi. Do you want to hear? Can you listen to me, please? Hello. Just looking at this. This looks like unicorns. I don't know why I'm getting unicorns, snakes, and then with these beautiful kind of horses, and then you've got these little kind of hummingbird things. It's really pretty, that Midheaven card. I haven't used these cards for a while. Missed them. So there's definitely throat chakra stuff. This is about you communicating to those that you love and also your career. And it also seems that, you may... I think there's a worry about you missing out on opportunity, which is why I said, you might not want to rest because you're thinking, I've got so much to do. But I think then there has to be a little bit of caution, because it's that thing where, I don't want to stop, but then sometimes the universe does something funny that makes you have to stop, You can't not stop because, it just happens, doesn't it? Let's see how these are clarified. So the 4 of Chalices is clarified by the Shapeshifter. Yeah, you can't move as far. I think you already may have been subject to something that has stopped you from moving. I don't know if it's an external action or something, but there was an impetus to move forward, and you already have had like some kind of red flag to tell you to stop. There's been something already. And I saw that anyway with the 2 4s reversed, because that says to me that the stability is broken. And these particular 4s, these are the ones you want reversed. I mean, it depends though. In this context, I would say you'd want this card reversed, because it means to me that you're breaking out of the tower. You're breaking out of the constraints of your kind of, your belief system and your material kind of work. I'm trying to think. Okay, and then 7 of Trees, 7 of Pentacles, reversed. I think there is a fear that you might have to start again, but I think you know that you have to. And when I say that you have to start again, I mean that in the respect that you might need to change a few things about the way that you perceived the situation initially. So for example, if you thought to yourself, oh, I'm going to like compartmentalize what I'm gonna, the kind of self-care that I'm gonna partake in, I'm gonna do that later. It may have to come sooner. And you may have to do something completely different from what you thought that you might have to. So for example, if you thought that you might need to go for a massage, it actually might be that you might need to go for a whole like yoga course or something like that. I don't know. The Pathfinder, which is again another page, a page of oh, hold on. Is that the Knight or the Page? Let me just double check. Shapeshifter. It is the Knight. Okay, thank God for that. Okay, right, so yeah, that's the Knight. That's the Knight. And then that's the Page. So, I mean, this is commitment. This is like an inability to commit. So what I mean by that is that, it's that thing where you've got that niggling thing that you should be doing, but you're deciding not to do it. That's why I said there's a denial. There's something that's saying no. There's something that's saying, no, I don't need to look at this. Wow, and 2 8s. Tell you, when it rains, it pours, right? So you've got 2 4s and 2 8s. So there's a progression to the energy. 8 of Embers. It's almost like, you know what, like that you might be trying to shortcut some areas, and in the end, because of the shortcuts, it might end up being a long situation anyway. Does that make any sense? So for example, if you try and do something that may have saved you time, but in the long run, it ends up costing more time. That's kind of what I've got from here. Don't try and take any shortcuts, basically. that's what I'm saying. And 8 of Pentacles is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So this says to me that there is something about the kind of workings of yourself, and about you being able to like work on yourself a bit more. It's quite a clear message here, part 1, if I'm honest. I mean, the main message here is that your heart is telling you, could you please stop and listen to me, please? I need you to take care of me a little bit better, and I need you to listen to what I have to say to you. If you don't know what it is that I have to say to you, then can you do your best to take the time out and do what you need to do to hear me? Because I want to speak to you. I'm trying to speak to you, and you're just rushing around, and I can't speak to you, and I miss you. I miss you. And I want you to be well. It's really sweet, actually. Feeling a little bit like, oh, it's really sweet. Anyway, pile one, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope there was some kind of use there. But if you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Please do hit the bell icon as well, so that you'll be notified of when I upload. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Thank you for allowing me to hear the messages of your heart. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hi Pearl 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see what your heart wants to say to you. The Divine Feminine. Wow. The frequency of the Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of connecting to all of creation. Okay, let's see what your other cards have to say. Water. Pluto. Archangel Haniel. Wow. Queen of Hearts. Wow. Pile. Love it. Pile 2. And then we've got Library. Take control of your own narrative. Now, the thing I get here, right, with that last card, take control of your own narrative, is the idea that when people see you as a feminine character, they may think that you are weak. There may be that sense of weakness that's going on. So there's something about you embracing your divine feminine here, in a way that maybe you are not doing at the moment, because that did come up reversed. We've also got it as 3. It's really interesting that we have water. We also have Archangel Haniel. Archangel Haniel is the archangel of Fridays. Fridays is connected with Venus as well. And then we also have, and Venus is the embodiment of the divine feminine and the Empress. And then we also have the Queen of Hearts. So this is like the ultimate embodiment of the female form. So something is saying to you about, your heart is saying, please can you turn up the volume on the female form within yourself, on your divine feminine, please. Pile 2. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Pile 2's heart. What does Pile 2's heart want to say to them? What does Pile 2's heart want to say to them? What does Pile 2's heart want to say to them? Wow, none of them turn the other way. It's really interesting. 2 of Swords reversed, 5 of Wands reversed, Page of Chalices reversed, 9 of Pentacles upright, and the 8 of Wands. Interesting. Okay, right. So, just make sure that that's all straight. Sorry, it's because I get, by the end of filming, and then when I upload it, I'm like, oh my God, it's all wonky. You're in your divine masculine at the moment, Pile 2. It's quite clear. And your divine feminine, and then your heart is like, can I have a bit of the divine feminine, please? We need like a bit of Venusian energy. But it's almost like, you're kind of, look at that owl. It's almost like you've just been consolidating, pumping up your divine masculine, it feels. Because you've just had to. You've had to hustle. You've had to do your thing. You may have had to be a boss bee. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you've kind of had to put like any kind of emotional stuff behind, and not be able to kind of consider that side of things. And it's not because you're close to it. It's more to do with the fact that there's just been so much to do, or just not even so much to do, but you've just had to get on with stuff in order to protect yourself, I feel here, because we've got the 5 of Wands, and this particular 5 of Wands, it's almost like a pain in the heart, quite literally. You can see that this fairy is just like kind of scrunched up, but she's got her arms crossed across her chest. And the 5 of Wands would normally mean like conflict of some sort, but this, when it's reversed, the conflict gets a little bit terrible. So So I think you're protecting yourself. Not terrible. It's a bit more painful. And the Two of Swords is almost like a reactionary thing when it's reversed. I see it as you're behaving this way because, rather than it's so I'll give you the scenario. It's almost like if you'd suffered a breakup with someone, or someone really injured the divine feminine, and what you've decided to do is be like, right, I'm gonna like do everything I can to heal myself, and you've gone full on with the divine masculine, maybe booking in events, doing things to kind of like occupy your mind, basically, because the mind is connected to the divine masculine. So and that kind of intentional energy. So I think if you go swimming, or do maybe a flotation tank or something like that, something that's going to immerse you in water, or I think swimming is going to be like the most basic thing, if you can do that. I'm not talking about going to the spa, I'm talking about going for a swim. And if you can go for a swim in the sea, that's even better. Or in a body of water that's to do with nature, that's even better. But yeah, I would say definitely, because there's something that triggered a massive transformation in you, and it's almost like your ability to kind of make things happen for yourself. Maybe you didn't believe that before, but what your heart is saying is that you are strong. You are strong and you are amazing, but don't let like external events control your desires. So for example, like as I said, like if you got hurt by something and then you decide to kind of like go the other way because you got hurt, is it the hurt from that person or that situation that's sparring you, or is it that you want to make a change in your life, that you want to make sure that you are a better person to attract better things into your life? It's that kind of reframe, I think, which is about that, taking control of your own narrative. And when one side of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, is out of balance, there's this kind of sense of, they both need to be in the same level. They can't be like one or the other, because there will be stuff that goes askew. Do you know what I mean? And then kind of veers into toxicity. So I don't think it's at a toxic level here. It's just saying to me, because you've got some beautiful energies here, but there is something here that is causing you to transform, and I do feel like it is something that is uncomfortable. And your heart is telling you it's okay, basically. Your heart is telling you it's okay to go into these spaces and allow yourself to feel this pain. I definitely feel that with that Page of Cups reversed. I feel like there's a bit of an avoidant energy here. And to be honest with you, all of the readings are a little bit avoidant, in the respect of like, your heart is trying to say something to you, and it's a message in my mind that it hasn't been able to be said to you because you haven't been able to hear it. So in this respect, I think connecting with water, connecting with the female part of yourself, taking care of yourself. If you meditate, do meditate, but then I would up it. But I would definitely, there's something about water, and drink more water. There may be something where you're not drinking water. Okay, Ten of Swords. Yeah, there definitely was some kind of disappointment. There was something that hurt you, and you may be still getting over it. Okay. I'll take these. I won't take these. So the orbs, that's the Strength card. I mean, this is very, very, very apt. The veil. The orbs are like the orbs of spirits that are around you that you don't see, that are supporting you. You know, when you feel like you're alone and they're around you, you're being supported and held. The divine feminine wants to hold you. The veil, which is 16 devil. 17, I think, is the star. I don't know how, it's because I haven't used these cards for a while, that's why. I say for a while, maybe, you know, it has been a while actually. The veil, let's have a little look. Oh, it's the star. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I definitely feel now, I'm seeing, yeah, there's definitely been this kind of lack of hope that's been going on. Oh, I really want to give you such a big hug, Pile 2. It's okay. I didn't realise that these messages would get me really emotional, but I should have known because it was to do with the heart. So, yeah. Yeah. 2 of trees, 2 of pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like you're trying to stabilise yourself. I totally get it. I totally understand why you're doing what you're doing. And the cosmic tree, that's the hermit, reversed. I feel like somebody who is like trying to do all of these things to distract themselves. That's what I'm seeing, pile 2. And your heart is saying, can you just listen to me so that I can allow, so that you can allow the divine feminine to come in. And your heart is telling you, please, can you take me to water? Water is very good for grief as well. Now, grief isn't just of someone who's passed, is of something that has left us, basically. We all go through a process of grieving when there's been that process. So go to water. It may even be that you want to go to, you know, the seaside or something like that. I would say try and get in and try and do your best to like go for a swim or whatever. But even if you just go to the sea, that might be very, very, I mean, obviously you've got this beautiful kind of image there, but that will really help you to connect. Water is going to be really good. If you could go on a Friday, that'd be even better. Do things to nourish your heart. Also, do you know what I got as well? See some of your favorite films that you love watching. Do things to invoke love in your heart, to invoke this sense of like beauty and self-care for yourself, just to remind you that love does exist for you, Pile 2, because it does. It really does, in such a strong, incredible form, and it is around you completely. It just wants you to remember that, you know. Oh, Pile 2, my heart is like bleeding. I'm just like, oh. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm sending you so much love. I'm trying not to cry. If you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, you take care, my darlings. I'm sending you so much love. You matter. You are of importance in this world, and you're doing so well. You're doing such a good job, and you can take a break. It's okay. You can. Anyway, lots of love. Bye. Hi, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So, let's see what the heart wants to say to you. Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment. They may and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, the spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source and through our heart into the world. Sorry about that, my friends. Right, okay, so, I mean, your heart is, it's interesting. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Fixed, opaline spectrum, the sun and the moon, and chaste, but it's reversed. Oh, sorry, not chaste, castle. What did I say? Chaste. That's interesting. Look, my upside down reading skills are not the greatest. It's time for healing and not war. Wow. So I mean, like, there is this need to combine some things, like your heart and your mind. There may be something that you're feeling that you're trying to move past. I do sense that you are moving past it. Your heart is telling you that you're being supported in what you're doing. It feels to me that like you're taking all of your experiences and you're really able to kind of, don't know if the word, it's almost like you're synthesizing something new, I feel. I get that from that castle card. It's almost like you're actually in the process of building. You're in the process of rebuilding something after you've been in a period where it's been pretty tough. and you're trying to reestablish. You're trying to reestablish yourself with this sun and moon and with the fixed. And it's there's a sense of maturity with you, pile 3. Sense of maturity and understanding that I'm getting here, and your heart is kind of with you. It's kind of saying thank you. Thank you for doing the work that's necessary to do this, and I'm with you. I'm kind of like I'm working with you. I'm here with you. You're doing the right thing, basically. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Temperance reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Chalices reversed. 7 of Pentacles reversed. Oof. Okay, right. One day Spirit will give me an easy message to convey. It's been really tough, pile 3. There's nothing else I can really say. I mean, it's just been a really tough ride. It's been super tough. You know that you've been in a space where you haven't been balanced. It's been really difficult to maintain a sense of balance, because certain things that you've been doing and certain things that you've wished for, they just haven't worked out. And it's almost like there's a sense of drive, and also not just drive, but also like passion, energy, love. There's just been this kind of clamp down that's happened in the past. And I don't know, this could be to do with family stuff as well. So it's almost like, how do I transform this? How am I able to kind of move this into a better space for myself? I don't know, by your first cards, I felt like you were moving beyond that. But the tarot, I don't know, I feel like this might be in the past. Let me have a look at these cards. The Mender, that's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. The 6 of Trees, that is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. And then we've got the Unknown, which is Judgment in the middle. 8 of Lotuses, that's the 8 of Cups. Yeah, I think it's in the past. And the 7 of Lotuses. Okay, right. Yeah, I think it's in the past. So I think, yeah, you were in this position where you felt that you weren't able to, you didn't have what you needed. There may have been something where, this is a family thing. So you may have had like some instances with family, and you've had to walk away from a situation that's been really toxic to you. And your heart is saying you did the right thing. You did the right thing. God, I have to really hold myself together, because I'm going to just burst out crying in a minute. You really understand. And I don't know, I just feel like you had really strong like guardians, really strong ancestral. I think it's more guardians really. I mean, your ancestors have got their own thing, but like there's something about your guardians, the spirits that are around you, that are kind of helping you to kind of make things happen. And compassion, we've got 15, that equals to 6. 6 is the number of the lovers, which is the ultimate kind of like ability to be able to make the right decision, balance the two sides, balance the sun and the moon. You've also got Castle as well, and number 3, which is the Empress energy. The Mender reversed, and this Queen, I definitely feel this is something to do with like caregiver patterning. They weren't able to give you what you needed. Is that the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of... I think actually, no, sorry, that's the Queen of Cups. Well, still though, that's what I meant. That's well, I was looking at the Lotus, right? And I saw that somebody, who wasn't able to provide a home, but then with the Queen of Cups, the mender, somebody who wasn't able to mend the things. I just get the idea of like, when, I don't know, when children are young and they get hurt, they usually run to like their caregiver, and you know, they want their little boo-boo to be like, you know, kiss better or something. And I just see that didn't happen. And we've also got the Six of Trees, which is the Six of Pentacles. It kind of says to me that there's this sense of you know, redressing the balance. You know, from the Three of Pentacles reversed, things don't work out, and things haven't worked out, so now you're wanting to redress the balance. And it seems to me that you're really understanding that both the physical and the emotional really play a big part in you. You understand that you have to listen to your heart. Most of the, you know, your heart is integral in this conversation of you moving forward with your life. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's almost like with this, you know, if you know that the love is not there and not flowing, you know that you've got to go somewhere else. You just know it. This is really, really heavy. Not heavy in a bad way. It's just an intense message. It's just that you've been through a lot, pile 3. And your heart's just telling you that you're amazing, and that you're on the right track. And there's just been a lot of suffering that you've had to walk away from. A lot of suffering where you've just had to like leave it. And what's really good is that I think you really do need this Seven of Lotuses. Usually I would say that the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Lotuses is something that you know, that is not really a great card, but you need it here. You need it. You need to discover what your choices are. You need to discover what is going on for yourself so that you can move forward. Because if you don't believe that there is possibility out there, then how can you move forward? So your heart is urging you to have, it's not even urging you, it's saying to you that it has you in its compassionate hold, holding you in this space to be able to do this work. Because it seems like you've got, you know, you're dealing with something really heavy, and now you can move beyond this. You can move beyond this into the light and grow. Wow. Pile 3. I feel truly honoured I'm able to read this for you. But your heart has you. It's holding you. It's holding you like this, like you would hold a beautiful baby bird, you know, like a little chick. It's holding you like that, and it's saying it's got you, and it will be here when you get back, so you can fly off and come back. Sending you so much love, my darlings. I think that's all the messages I have for you. Yeah, your heart just wants to tell you it's holding you. Sending you all the love in the world. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. And I'll speak to you really soon. Lots of love. Bye.